welcome to Chef Shelly's Kitchen. Look who we have here, everyone's favorite. So some of the comments that the people say is that, oh, he's the real deal. And so I have to agree, you are the chef of chefs. As a matter of fact, this is kind of Thanksgiving week and I served as his sous chef, prepped all his food so he could do his thing. Did that help out much?
Yeah.
Awesome. Yep. So I asked him, there is this wonderful beef vegetable soup. I guess we could say stew soup. It's kind of hard to describe.
It's be thick.
Because it's thick.
Right.
But it's not a stew per se, right?
Right.
So I asked him if he could make that. It's certainly great on a cold day out. And what I can tell you also is, for my vegetarian friends out there, I also don't eat beef, is that you can make this dish, everything, just leave out the beef if you don't want to use meat.
Right.
But we're going to start with the meat and tell you all the other great vegetables that you can add to it, and the nice little secret sauces that you put in.
Right.
So what do we need to get to do? And by the way, how did you learn how to make this? How'd you come up with this?
Well, my wife helped me with this.
Okay, so this was Mom's recipe?
Right, yeah.
Oh, see, I didn't know that. You always cooked it, so I thought it was something that you came up with.
She helped with the recipe.
Okay.
As the years went along, we kept adding to it. Nice.
Well, I can absolutely say it's perfected because it's absolutely delicious. Okay, so what do we do? What's all involved? And I know we've got a lot of ingredients here. Do you want to explain what each of the ingredients are, and then what we need to do to get it going?
Right. We're going to get going with the beef. Okay.
So these are stew beef cubes. I've got about 1.25 pounds of the beef. And then what else? And then I also made sure I bought lean, so you may want to do that.
Right.
Okay, what else we've got?
Then we're going to take the beef, we're going to add the onion.
Okay, and this is 1 small onion.
Right.
Okay, and what else?
Salt and pepper.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to let the beef get tender.
Okay, so then after that, what are all these other ingredients we're going to eventually add?
The whole tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
Stewed tomato.
Yeah.
And a little tomato sauce.
Yeah,
okay.
You gotta have that
sauce to make tomatoes pick up a little better.
Okay. And then what else we've got?
Then after that, the pot gonna be cooking down. You're gonna add the peas, the corn, and the string beans.
Awesome.
Last thing we're gonna add is the potatoes.
Okay.
It don't take long to cook. Nice.
And we've cubed those potatoes, as you can see here. And then, do you want to tell them about the secret sauce?
And the secret at the end of it, a little dash of hot sauce.
Okay.
Spoonful of ketchup.
Okay.
They give it a really good taste.
Okay, well, now I know the secret. Never knew all the secret, just knew it was good.
Right.
All right, so I know we're going to do this in 2 parts. What do we do for the first part?
We're going to start off with the beef.
Okay. So do you want to put the water in first, or you put the beef in?
Yeah,
what do you do first?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll start with the water.
Okay, so I've got about 4 cups of water here. As I said, 1.25 pounds of beef. Got the beef. Okay, awesome. I'll take that for you. Get it out of your way.
And don't forget, this the only salt and pepper we're going to put to it.
Okay, and I'll put the measurements down, but it's about a teaspoon or so of salt, right? About a teaspoon.
About a teaspoon. And the pepper. Same thing. This stuff going to go away. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
And the onion.
So you slice the onions kind of nicely. Yeah?
Go add that.
Okay. All right.
And we're going to start to cook it just like that until the beef gets tender.
Okay. So we're going to go on and put this on. We're going to stop the camera now. And we'll tell you about how long it took. And then we'll be back. All right. We're back. We've had this on the stove now for an hour on medium heat. And first of all, the aroma in the house Smells really good. So let's let them see kind of how it looks. I mean, we just had plain water in, and so I'm gonna hold this up kind of to the camera a little bit, and then Dad, you spoon some, maybe without some of the juice if you can. Yeah. So I mean, the meat pretty much is done.
Right.
And you can see the water almost looks like gravy, you know, regular gravy. So okay. All right. What's next?
Okay, we're gonna start adding the vegetable.
Okay.
Okay,
So this was actually a can of whole tomatoes.
Right.
And you did that, but you're gonna slice them, right?
Right. Slice them like this so you'll have pieces of tomato.
Okay.
Yep. Slice them like that.
Okay.
They got to be perfect.
Yeah.
And slice them so you have
and you had
chunks
sliced
of tomatoes.
Yeah, you sliced a few of them before. I think you said you have that one right there. I think one more. And then one other note, just to let you know, so the amount of salt and pepper is just about half a teaspoon, okay? So if you've got to monitor your salt and sodium intake, certainly. We always say put less and add more if you need it. So if you want to put in just a quarter of a teaspoon, do that. If you want to add a little more later, that's fine too. But we put in just about a half of a teaspoon.
Right.
All right, so.
Here go the whole tomatoes.
Hold 1 can.
1 can of whole tomato.
Yep. Here, I'll take that for you. And then
one can of
crushed or stewed tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Stewed tomatoes, good.
Okay.
That's gonna give it extra flavor too.
Okay. Here, I'll take that.
And you want this can of tomato sauce.
Okay, and that's about 8 ounces. Of course, I'll put all the specifics in the comments.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, and then if you want to, you can go on and add the corn. Because the corn ain't gonna never overcook.
Okay,
right?
So we can add the corn?
Yeah, add the corn. And so you want to add let this cook for a while, and then we'll add that later.
Okay. So we're gonna go on and put this back on the stove. We'll come back, let you know about how long it took. So again, if you're pressed for time, you don't have that much time, you know, this is something that you can put in a crock pot. As I mentioned, I would cook it on low and cook it all day. This way it doesn't break up. Mm-hmm. So that looks really good, delicious, just right there. Yeah, that's really hot. Well, you want me to do it with these? Because I know it's hot.
Right, okay.
So let's see. What if you do it like that and then you lift it up? Lift a spoon like this. Can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe can see it like that. See how good and chunky, all of that goodness in there.
Right. Yeah, now back on the stove.
All right, so we'll be back. We're gonna let it cook for a little while longer. When we come back, we're gonna then add what?
The beans and the potatoes. We were going to add that.
Okay, all right, sounds good. And then at the end, we're gonna do the secret sauce.
You got it.
All right, we'll be back. All right, we're ready for the next step. So this has been cooking for just about 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And let's show them what the color looks like. So remember, it was kind of almost like a brown gravy looking at first. Right. And so now we've got that tomato look to it. So that's looking mighty delicious. And boy, again, smells so good. All right, what are we adding next?
String
beans. So the corn, the string beans, and the peas, just drain them. Don't put, drain the water off of them.
Right.
And I know I like using frozen. You prefer the can. Why is that?
That's where you don't have to add no more salt or no nothing.
Okay, because of the sodium in the can.
Already there.
Okay, all right. Now I got it. So we only use a little sodium in the beginning.
With the beef and the onion.
With the beef and the onions, because this has sodium.
Right.
But if you are watching your sodium level, here again, you could do frozen, if you're having to do that. All right, so I also drained the peas. We drained the corn earlier. You want to stir that up. And then the last of it, and this is 2 medium to large size potatoes that you're just going to cube. like so.
Right.
So we'll just add these, and then you can stir it. We're getting close to the end. Okay.
Can the camera see that?
Well, not really. So I'm going to have to hold it up because, yeah, it's getting full now. It's getting really full. I don't want to drip it.
Right.
So what you could do is, again, hold it that way so they could maybe see the spoon.
Right.
Yeah, there we go. That looks mighty delicious. Chunky and all that. All right, so how long are we going to cook it now?
We're going to cook this until the potatoes get done. Shut
Okay,
it off.
which is about what? You think about another 20 minutes or so?
Well, this different potatoes, but you know,
Yeah.
this might cook really fast.
Okay, so the way we're going to test to see if it's done is to put your fork
And the
in
potato,
one of the potatoes, and if you see if it's tender enough,
shut it off.
it's done. And then you're going to add these last two secret ingredients.
Right.
All right, so let's pause here, and then we're going to put this back on the stove, medium heat.
Gotcha.
So we're back. Potatoes are done. Took about another 20 minutes, but again, the way you test it is put your fork in the potato, and it should just kind of almost break apart. So let me just do as a test. We're going to take, I'm just using a spoon here, and see, it breaks nice and easily. So that's kind of the texture that you want it. So 20 minutes or thereabout.
Yeah.
Right.
Gotcha.
All right, so what are the last things we're going to do now, Dad?
Add the good taste and stuff.
Okay, so this was the hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Okay. Add hot sauce. Again, this is what you call your secret sauce, right?
Right.
Now, was this something that you all determined later when you were okay.
Yeah.
And then this last one?
Ketchup.
Ketchup. Okay.
That's a good thing.
So everyone knows that I do keto. And so some of this obviously is not quite keto friendly, the ketchup, unless you get the kind that is keto friendly ketchup. So that's how you'd want to substitute. And as I said, this is something that you can cook with the beef or without the beef if you're vegetarian. I don't eat beef, so I pick around the meat, and that's how I eat it. But boy, it looks so good. I do want to show them how it looks. Let's show kind of the pot, kind of how that looks. Looks absolutely delicious, pretty, gorgeous, and now colorful. So what about, let's try tasting it. Yeah, yeah, that's perfect for me. All right, look at that. Okay. Let's try it out. It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, it's right.
It is right on.
Yeah.
This is good, people. This is good eating. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. Another success. It's totally delicious. So believe it or not, what we're going to do with this, we have this whole pot. This is almost 3/4 full, if you can see from the side. And what we're going to do is once this cools, we're going to freeze it in some bags so that you can take it out at different times. You get home from work, you don't have time to make this. This is almost like a 2-hour ordeal. And you don't have time, so make it on Saturday, Sunday, freeze it, or again, put it in the crock pot. I think if you put everything in the crock pot, it's kind of like the way I make chili.
Right.
And put it all in the crock pot, put it on low. That probably would do the trick as well. I'm gonna have to try it out. So, any parting words? Anything you want to add?
Good cold weather eating.
Yes, good cold weather eating. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
So thank you guys again for tuning in. Thanks, Dad. Once again for being co-hosting, allowing me to be the sous chef. Again, since we know you're the master chef. So thanks everybody, and certainly look in the comment section for all of the exact measurements. Remember what I said about the sodium. I know some people are sensitive to that, so alter it appropriately. Again, I always say if you want, start with less and then add more. That helps you out really well. Right. So thanks again. Bye.